welcome to episode 8 of Reviews from the Crawlspace. I'm Douglas.
And I'm Vicky.
And we are trying some new digs to see how this works out. It should be interesting. We just kind of got tired of doing the setup that we were doing before and wanted to find a more permanent home that we could leave things as they were and kind of get it all comfortable in here. So.
And maybe we could get them out, the episodes out a little bit quicker.
Yeah, exactly, because it was such an ordeal to get set up. Yeah. That this should be quicker if everything is just sitting here. So we'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. And sorry about the delay in getting these done. It's summertime and it's been busy and we've been doing stuff. So
fun stuff.
Yeah, fun stuff. It's all good, but it's a little less time to get things done. So, anyways, okay, here we go.
Today's episode is Alabama, Roll On. The second one is Billy Preston, I Wrote a Simple Song. And the third one is Billy Squier, Don't Say No. Alabama is an American country, southern rock, and bluegrass band formed in 1969. The band has had more than 40 number one hits. Roll On was released in 1984, and it was their 8th album. Side A. The songs are Roll On, Carolina Mountain Dew, The End of Lion, I'm Not That Way Anymore, and If You're Gonna Play in Texas. Side B is There's a Fire in the Night, When We Make Love, Countryside of Life, The Boy, and Food on the Table.
They're like the Boston of country music. This is just so mainstreamy.
That's a good analogy. Yeah.
It's country, sure, it's country western, but it's mostly kind of pop rock. Like this is really early on.
New country.
This is the shit that's out there now for sure. And this is, I mean, I don't like any of this stuff, but even I knew songs from this album.
Yeah, Roll On was pretty popular, and When We Make Love and Countryside of Life are the three that I kind of picked out that I was familiar with. But yeah, for the most part, The End of Lion is when I have notes here, very Eagles sounding with, all the harmonizing vocals and whatnot.
True, yeah, it was.
I'm Not That Way Anymore was recorded live at one of their...
A live show.
Live shows, yeah.
Pandering.
Some of the songs were written by band members and others were written by the professional Nashville songwriters with, the pedigrees of putting out the hits for all the big stars. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, neither one of us are crazy country music fans.
I mean, I always have a spot for, some Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash and stuff, but to me, this is not there. Obviously, this is so mainstreamy and popular. Like I said, it's the Boston.
Yeah, This is the changing of the guard from old country to new country.
New country, yeah. I honestly don't know what to say about it. I don't like it. I mean, I get it. I get why it's so popular because it kind of covers everything, like we said now. But there's nothing on there for me that I'd ever go back and listen to. Not even a single song. So.
No. And one of the things that I noticed, I have a note here that says that the way the songs were arranged on side A and side B, where it seemed to flow from a fast song to a slow song,
fast, slow,
to a fast to a slow. Yeah. So it was kind of, there's a little bit of rhyme and reason there.
Maybe. Yeah, all the way down it was like that. It was just, I'm glad that you wrote that down because that's exactly it. You could predict it going from one to another, yeah.
Based on the fact that neither one of us care for country music, this was not an enjoyable listen for us.
But for people who do listen to country, they probably have had this album or cassette or 8-track or whatever.
Yeah, these guys have sold more albums than they could shake a stick at, I'm sure. Way back to, what did I say? They were formed in 1969.
Yeah. And
this was 84.
Yeah.
And they're still putting out albums to this day. So the producer for this was a fellow named James Harold Shedd. He produced all of the Alabama albums, as well as albums for Mel Tillis, Reba McEntire, Glenn Campbell, Willie Nelson, and a few other well-known country bands.
Yeah, I'm sure they all sounded really similar to you.
They probably did, yeah. Me, I can listen to country if it's the older stuff.
Yeah, so
the more traditional George Jones and Tammy Wynette. And
older.
Because
older school.
Those songs were about trouble and strife and, somebody shot my dog and ran off with my wife and while they were at it, they took my pickup truck. So
there's a little bit of that in there. I mean,
These
that's
stuff
like
is a lot more patriotic, I thought.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that's kind of where I see the new country heading, is that they're more about rah 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 America and
country. We say new country,
Yeah,
but
new
it's
country.
just would you say 85? Like I mean,
Yeah.
it's just country now. Yeah, things have changed since 85.
This looks like some art shop or art. I don't know what it's used to be a software
No.
program.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because there's one of the other albums.
For digital art.
It has that look to it. It's the truck. It's an 18
With a Confederate flag on the side.
Flag. That's what I mean by, and that's what I mean by.
It's an 18-wheeler.
Times have changed since 85. I
Yeah.
mean, usually now if you're going to throw a Confederate flag on there, it's usually satire or you're purposely trying to be a dirtbag. On the back, it's just them with a blurry black and white, and yeah, there's nothing too special about it. I'm sure there are a million people out there who probably have had on a T-shirt or hat or some stupid flag in their bedroom window or something. But
The inside sleeve apparently, I have written down here,
okay.
that it's one side is it advertises all of the Alabama albums,
Yeah.
or some others,
Yeah, others. Yeah.
and it's a stylized photo of an arrow going down a road, or an arrow looking like a road, that lists the band members and a bunch of other.
Just the musicians involved. Yeah.
So the condition of the vinyl is good. The cover
It
is
was.
mint. And I have a little note here with the star beside it, which I think you can talk to.
What's that?
Album labels are very different.
Oh, after I did all this, okay, yeah. I'm gonna show it up on the screen anyway, but the way the RCA is on, it's the actual label on the vinyl.
On the vinyl.
That's different, and it has to do with the RCA and the picture of the dog. Now, the numbers, as far as I can see, match up for the first run, but the label's different. It's not like this on the pictures that are there, so I don't know what extra copy or edition this was. Like as far as I see, it says everything matches up, but the label is different.
So the price, the going prices on these albums in the lowest condition $3, mid condition $5.50, and mid condition is $8. So
Which is weird because it's sold a lot of copies of it.
there's probably because there's so many copies out there.
Yeah, $8 seems kind of excessive. I mean, this would probably fetch you $8, but I don't know if I want to spend $8 on that one.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. Ratings.
For me it's dumpster.
Oh yeah, dumpster. This is definitely dumpster. I don't even know what you can do with artwork for this one. Just a dumpster.
I'll find something for it. Okay, so this next one is Billy Preston. I wrote a simple song. So Billy Preston is an American musician whose work included R&B, rock, soul, funk, and gospel.
Hospital.
Funk and gospel. He was a top session musician in the 60s, and he's backed musicians such as Little Richard, Sam Cooke, Ray Charles, and the Beatles, at times being referred to as the fifth Beatle. So this was another artist where I kind of went into a rabbit hole when I was looking up his basic information, and it's a very interesting read. His life is very interesting. You know, how he got started and the things that he went through, and the way he died. I mean, it's just all a sad story, other than his success that he had.
Yeah, he had some success for sure.
Yeah.
Recognition.
So this album is his 6th studio album, and it was recorded in 1971. So side A was Should Have Known Better. I Wrote a Simple Song, John Henry, Without a Song, and The Bus. On side B, Out of Space, The Lunar Tune, You Done Got Older, Swing Down Chariot, and God is Great.
And My Country 'Tis of Thee.
Oh yeah, My Country is, yeah, I have a little arrow pointing out. I didn't have enough room to write it on this
Your
one.
arrow didn't work.
So I didn't follow my arrow very well.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go and kind of work backwards on this one. Other than really the ending of this album, it's a pretty good album.
Yes.
Like, it gets really God and Jesus-y towards the last 3. Except for those last 3, which are also all public domain songs, I believe.
Yeah, probably.
They're just covers of
Well, yeah, they're hymns and things, yeah.
Yeah, which is usually just public domain. So that's what I mean. It's kind of weird. But outside of that, you said this won a Grammy or two? This one?
I'm not sure. I didn't write that down anywhere, but...
I thought he won a Grammy for Out of Space.
Okay. No, I didn't write anything down about Grammys or anything like that. The impressions that I wrote down from when we listened to it was that it was pretty laid back. Religious tones, especially the last 3 songs on side B. And George Harrison played the dobro. Go look that one up.
Dobro, yeah, D-O-B-R-O.
D-O-B-R-O. And he's listed as a lead guitar on the album. Billy Preston wrote or co-wrote many of the songs on the album. Quincy Jones arranged strings and horns.
Definitely. So yeah, like these aren't weak people doing this. And you can tell it's George Harrison in some of these tracks. Like he's got a sound that
definitely, yeah,
pretty unmistakable. But no, like I said, other than those first one, and honestly, I'm just trying to pick one out. Like I said, Out of Space won a Grammy for him. But yeah, I think I wrote a simple song. That might have been the other one that I thought was really. There was another one here that I really enjoyed. But
well, I have a note here called Out of Space. Very familiar. It's funky, no vocals.
That's right. It's instrumental.
Yeah, and we both really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
The Lunar Tune, I have circus music at the end. And You Done Got Older. The bridge sounded to me like Get Back by the Beatles.
Yeah, definitely had the Beatles.
And then of course the last 3 Swing Down Chariot, God Is Great, and My Country 'Tis of Thee, you probably have all heard before. But yeah, we generally, both of us enjoyed this album.
Yeah, it's a good album. I mean, I have no problem. I know he got really kind of religious and stuff, but kind of his background, I guess. But no, it was a good album, and it's kind of looking across those albums. I was actually one that I was kind of looking forward to hearing, actually, to one degree or another, just because, you know, familiar with him. I know some of his songs that I really want to hear because I knew that it was a fairly acclaimed album. So. Yeah. No, it was good.
And it is, yeah, it was good. So Billy Preston actually produced it himself.
It's a way to go when you have Quincy Jones looking over your shoulder.
And I'll let Doug speak to the album art.
That's the bane of album artwork. It's
pretty
black and white shot of Billy Preston with Billy Preston. Like, I mean, it's so generic. It's
this one opens up in the middle too.
Oh, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a picture of him on stage.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'll get a shot here just in case.
He looks like he's having a good time.
He's having a blast. Probably the heroin. But there you go. I'll put it up there just in case I can't get a proper shot of it, a picture of it on there. So yeah. And in the back, it's honestly just like they're taking a filter, throwing a sun filter on there or something, and it's the same as the front. So another disappointing cover.
Album cover, yeah.
Yeah, so that's boring. Okay, condition.
So the condition, the vinyl and cover are both in very good condition.
Yeah, it's in good condition. It looks like proper vinyl, old vinyl. It sounds really good. It's not no any pops or scratches.
No.
That's good to go. Yeah, it's a great album.
And the price, Discogs has never sold one. They've never sold one online, so they didn't have the usual, small, medium, large kind of price range.
Just to throw it out there, just a reminder to people, we kind of generally use Discogs as our go-to source, and Wikipedia.
We love Discogs. It's great for cataloging your album collection. Even though they've never sold one, there are some currently for sale, and they ranged from $3 to $19.99.
$20 seems reasonable.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the big score, but $20 is in great condition. That's actually one of those ones that actually makes sense. I agree with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the top one? Spin it again. We don't use it so rarely. What's our?
Hell yeah! Let's spin that one again.
Hell yeah! Except for the 3 songs, hell yeah! And even like the sound mix on it sounds pretty good. So I'm gonna go with the hell yeah. It's like a hell yeah slash collection.
Yeah, we don't get that one very often.
No, but how often we've had so many good albums that we actually don't. I don't remember the top rating we have on our own system. So, and how about you?
For me, I would give it collection worthy. I would keep it up here with the rest of the good ones.
And the reason I gave it the hell yeah on top of that, because collection for sure, and the reason I got a step above that, just because there's a couple of songs I'd listen to, especially the first whole side, definitely. So yeah, okay, cool. Billy Preston down.
All right.
Okay, and number 3 for today is Billy Squier, Don't Say No. Don't say no. Don't say no to Billy Squier.
Okay, so William Haslip Squier is an American rock musician who had a string of arena rock hits in the 80s. He started performing in the 70s, but didn't have commercial success until he put out his second album in 1981 called Don't Say No. So side A is In the Dark, The Stroke, My Kind of Lover, You Don't Know What I Like, and 2 Days Gone. And days is spelled D-A-Z-E. Side B, Lonely as the Night, What Do You Want From Me, Nobody Knows, I Need You, and Don't Say No. So there are...
Producer? Should we do producer now or after? Okay.
There are at least 4 songs on this that I'm very familiar with.
Oh, at least.
I actually saw Billy Squier in concert with Pat Benatar.
Was it with this for this?
It was for this tour.
Oh, nice. Was he opener or?
He was the opener, yeah.
He was the opener.
He was the opener for her. Well, given it was only his second album, and she was probably well into her repertoire. So yeah, he was. And I remember really enjoying the show.
Yeah, I'm with you. For me, it's one of these ones where, I mean, obviously I knew his songs, like I know who he is, but I didn't realize that all these came off of one album.
Yeah.
This is kind of one of those surprise ones for me, to put it on and essentially know a good chunk, most of side A, and the problem with side B is the same as the one before. Is that side B has Lonely as the Night, which is a really good fucking song. Thank you, Grand Theft Auto, and then it goes into there's maybe one other one in there that I seem familiar. It was all right, but after that, it's kind of really off a cliff in terms of quality.
Yeah, I have a few notes, besides some of the songs. For me, I just wrote down that side A was definitely hit heavy. 3 out of the 5 songs were played on the radio constantly.
Yeah, well, you said In the Dark, The Stroke, My Kind of Lover, and then Lonely as the Night. I mean, right there, half your album is fucking hits. Radio hits, like you said, arena rock, so accessible. And I was, like I said, I was kind of surprised that I knew as many as I did. I really, except for the last 2 or 3 songs on the second side, I like that album, but I really do. I like the songs, and I was kind of surprised. But my problem with this album is, the sound.
Yeah.
It sounded awful.
The sound mix is terrible.
The sound mix, it sounds like it's coming out of an AM radio with the tiniest speaker. I don't understand, because it's not like the album's worn down. It's not scratched up. It's not banged up. It looks like really good vinyl, but it sounds like utter shit. And it's happened a couple times from the early 80s, early 80s albums that we listened to, where they sound like fucking garbage. And this is one of those ones. And it sucks too, because I actually really like the album. Yeah.
But the quality is better. It'd be interesting to go back to...
Flat, like this table.
To, maybe go to Spotify and plug your earphones in, your headset. And
when we play Grand Theft Auto, when we listen to Lonely as the Night comes on, it sounds way better than that.
It sounds way better than that, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere sounds better. It's disappointing. It really destroys the album for me. And later on, when we come up to the rating, I don't know what I'm going to do, because there's enough songs in there to warrant collection / hell yeah, but the quality is fucking terrible.
It is terrible. Yeah.
I know I can't stress it enough to the people out there. It's amazing to me how some of these albums sound so terrible, and then you have something like the Guess Who from 68, 69. It sounded, the instruments had weight, the bass was there, it had warmth. This is just flat.
Yeah, it's very flat, very, very, very flat.
Sorry.
There's no bass, there's no depth to it.
No depth, there's no richness, there's just AM radio in a shitty vehicle.
Yeah.
At best.
Yeah. There was one song on here that I made a note, Nobody Knows. I've kind of felt it had a real Electric Light Orchestra ELO feel to it, specifically the song Telephone Line. In fact, at one point I started singing Telephone Line, and it kind of all fit in there.
It did, yeah.
So that was kind of crazy, and he had a bit of a falsetto voice going on, which I didn't think was too interesting.
But like I said, that's the last couple songs on there, right? Were just...
And Don't Say No to me sounded like a reprise from In the Dark. which is the first song on the first song.
Yeah, totally. No,
so yeah, it was interesting, and like I said, I was a huge fan of Billy Squier. I probably had this album, saw him in concert. To this day, whenever I hear a song on the radio of his, it's kind of like, oh yeah, that brings back memories. But
for sure, and for me, like more pop culture has made made the songs popular again.
Through Grand Theft Auto 5?
Grand Theft Auto 5 and just movies, and it shows up quite a bit for sure. Like I'm gonna reference the Grand Theft Auto series in general a lot because for those of you who don't play games, have never been a gamer, the whole series, I think from maybe the second one on, not the first one.
Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto 2. They've had probably one of the best soundtracks out of any series of games out there. You get in your car and you have 5 to 10 radio stations that play music all the time, and in such a cross section too.
Oh yeah.
We're talking very different music.
Oh yeah.
So when you drive around and play that game, and you're doing all your drug deals or your crazy missions, like all of this stuff is the background. Billy Preston's on there. I'm pretty sure it's all background music. So it's kind of cool that way because
it's great to kind of see that older music from that era being rejuvenated and meaning something to a new generation.
Yeah, for sure. No, I totally agree with that.
Because there was some good stuff back then.
Yeah, oh god, it's buried into a lot of shit though.
True, yeah, true.
Okay,
So the next one is the producer.
Yeah, producer.
Both Billy Squier and someone named Reinhold Mack. He was a German producer known mainly for his work with Queen and ELO. And funny, I mentioned that ELO. I referred to it a little bit ago. So that's kind of probably where it came from. Billy had originally asked Brian May from Queen to do the producing honors on this album. But Brian May said he was too busy and he recommended Mac instead. So, the album art...
How many times have we seen this? Front and
back?
It's
pretty...
It's just him, stylized pictures of him again, the guitar,
colorized.
Sitting there, and see him in the back. He's got, I'm not sure what chord that is. I should know probably what chord he's holding there. I'm sure it's some G chord, maybe?
No, I don't
Rock? I don't know.
know.
Different one on the front. But yeah, it's like a work badge, like an ID. It's all the same generic.
Yeah, so far we haven't really. There's only really been one or two album covers that had
Parachute Club was one of them,
and it was one of the worst albums that we've listened to.
Yeah, it's disappointing. There's real opportunity here to do different things, and it's just all like you said. So far, it just seems to be really generic.
Yeah.
Art.
No imagination.
I mean, we're going to get into the good stuff later, for sure, but that's going to be way towards the end.
No.
One day it'll be like the
best. We have over 200 albums to go through, so we've got to get some good ones in there soon.
Okay, condition.
Condition, the vinyl and sleeve are both in fair condition.
Yeah. I mean, there's no big rips or nothing.
No, it's just got the condom mark on the back.
The condom mark, yeah. Okay.
It's a little bit tattered around the edges. The cost for this, $1.99 for it in the worst condition, $5 in medium condition, and $9.29 in good condition.
And our rating. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
I think I will go... I'm kind of torn between Dumpster and Crawlspace. And not Dumpster because it's bad, but Dumpster because I could probably find it
it's a
recorded with a better sound quality.
Yeah, I could get
somewhere else.
A high-res copy somewhere and listen to that.
Yeah.
That's the bummer about some of these albums.
So yeah, I like I said, I'm kind of torn between those two.
I'm gonna go with Crawlspace because, like I said, for me, I don't want to throw it. It sounds just like horde shit, but just I like a lot of the songs on there. Like half the album, I like the songs of. So I'm gonna keep it and not throw it out. But I'm not like you. I would just go to Spotify and just listen to it there, and it's gonna be way better.
So but that very reason is why I'm torn between Dumpster, because
why keep it if you should listen to it somewhere else?
If you're gonna listen to it somewhere else, why would you keep it if you're not gonna spin it again? So I'm kind of torn on this one.
Pick one. Or are you gonna stick with the Slash?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Slash.
See, I was gonna put it.
I mean, it's not like we have to decide where it's gonna go.
No, for me, I guess I'd put an asterisk beside mine and an asterisk beside yours, and just say it gets the low rating based on audio quality
Yeah,
of
sound
the
quality.
vinyl,
Yeah.
and not the music. So.
Yep. And that's the only reason that we're having a hard time, because we both like this album, but we can find it better somewhere else. Okay.
Well, that's it. All right.
So that's it for the 3.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think down below.
Yeah.
Drop us a comment, hit like, subscribe.
All that.
If you want to be notified when we post another episode, click the bell.
And
Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.